Jesus was the perfect example for other-centered kingdom servanthood. But Jesus is so much more than that. Verse 28. Even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Jesus came not merely to be an example of how to live, but he came ultimately to pay for the sins of kingdom creators like you and me. He came to save those who are proud, arrogant, and selfish, for those who are self-seeking. Jesus came to provide redemption for all those who desire to be honored, for all those unwilling to humble themselves. Jesus Christ paid the price needed to redeem us, to redeem his people from all their rebellious, sinful ways. And how did he accomplish this ransom? Let us look back at verse 18, where our text started. See, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be delivered over to the chief priests and to the scribes, and they will condemn him to death, and they will deliver him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and flogged and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day. This is the third and last time that Jesus predicts his coming death. It's also the most specific. Jesus will suffer the greatest humiliation, the greatest suffering. It's also his greatest service to his people. He will be arrested, condemned, mocked, flogged, and crucified. Jesus humiliated himself by becoming human. He lowered himself to the point of death on a cross. And it is there, on the cross, that the greatest act of service that was ever accomplished, and it was done to serve you. It was done to save you. It was done to provide you the way of reconciliation to God. The ransom of sin has been paid by Jesus, and all those who come to faith in Jesus will find forgiveness of their sins. On the cross, our self-centered, me-focused, self-honoring, sinful hearts are made clean. In the cross, we are now approved of by God himself. And so we can freely choose to serve others at great cost because we are loved by the King. We can now serve in such a way that even if no one knows, even if no one sees, even if I am not honored here in this life for what I do for others, we can be infinitely happy because the infinite God is pleased in us. We don't have to fight for self-promotion. We don't have to scratch and claw for respect and recognition because in Christ, the God of the universe is approved in you. And we have all that we need for all eternity. Jesus Christ was raised from the dead. The new life is coming for those who love Jesus. We will spend all eternity in the joy of the sunshine of the approval of God. So, church, if you want to be first, if you want to be great, first and foremost, be a servant. Trust in Jesus and give your life in the service of others. In the service of your family, in the service of your friends, of your church, your neighbors, your community, your co-workers. Serve those who do not deserve it. And church, let us proclaim the gospel and be kingdom servants.